Hi, this is John Ferrara, CEO of Nimble, and I'm doing a little comparison test of cameras and microphones. I think that cameras and microphones are critical in this COVID world where we're digitally connecting. And I think it's important that you present yourself well so you can be seen and heard. Speaking of being heard, you're going to hear my dogs, my 4 wild rescue dogs out in the backyard barking, so I apologize for that. But this is a Logitech Brio. It's a 4K camera and it has a microphone built in. I'm currently using my Yeti, and I'm going to compare this camera to my old Logitech camera, which was a C920, I think it was, Logitech C920. I'll update that. But it's a pretty vast difference between the old camera and the new camera, and also I think through the microphone. So you tell me. So this is the Logitech Brio with the Yeti microphone, and we're going to do some more comparisons in a second. Stay tuned. Hi, this is John Ferrara, CEO of Nimble. I'm back with a same camera, Logitech Brio, but this time it's the microphone that's built into the Logitech Brio as opposed to my Yeti mic. So I want to see, is my audio as good, better, or not as good as the Yeti that you just heard? So what do you think? So I'm back again with my old camera. This is the Logitech C920. And I'm using this camera and the microphone that's built in. In a little bit, I'm going to test the Yeti with this. But you can definitely see that it's a little bit lower resolution, and it doesn't really handle the backlight of the window as good because my face is a little bit darker than it is with the other camera. Okay, so this is another test, the last test. This is the Logitech C920 with the Yeti mic. So I assume that my audio is going to be a little bit better here, but as you can see, it's not really as clean as the camera, the new camera, the Brio. And I'm going to see if I can actually switch this right here while we're doing this so that we can check this out. So no, I don't have the ability to switch cameras inside of QuickTime, unfortunately. But I think it's clear that it doesn't really do the focus well because if I move, it definitely loses focus. I'm going to do this test one last time with the Brio and see how it's focusing as well. Okay, so this is the final test. This is the Logitech Brio, my new camera. And I'm going to test to see if I move around, how's it do with the focusing? And clearly, the focusing is actually really good. And it adjusts my face pretty good, even though I have this light behind me. I get a little bit red right here. I definitely want to get some curtains for that light so it's not as bright because it does do a contrast. But this camera, I think, does a really nice job of just capturing me in the background in a more complete and clear way. So definitely helps to have a good camera, a good microphone, and decent lighting. Speaking of lighting, I recently got this light. This light is an LED light, and what it does is you could adjust the temperature of the light and the brightness. So essentially, what I can do is I could go ahead and adjust this light. I could put the light over here in front of me and give myself a little bit more lighting. So this is another thing I'm going to be experimenting with, and it has the ability to change the tone to make the tone a little bit warmer or a little bit cooler depending on the setup. So I'm going to experiment with this as well, but I definitely think that having a good light, adjusting the light effectively will help you also with your videos, especially if you don't have natural light that's happening. But I have to say that this light is pretty friggin' bright, and I really feel bad for those news people that are out there that have to sit with lights under them all the time because it's way bright for me. I don't like bright lights. Big city, okay. Bright lights, not so much. Hope this was informative. Thanks. Bye-bye.